I'm Brett Baer in Washington, and this is a Fox News Alert. New details on Hillary Clinton's use of a private email server to transmit information, emails, many of it classified, possibly accessible to foreign governments, and the allegations of the use of the family's charitable foundation as a pay-for-play enterprise. Multiple sources telling Fox federal agents are building their cases as we speak. All this happens as the electoral map shifts in favor of Donald Trump. Our new 2016 scorecard still has Clinton in the lead, but the Trump momentum has moved Ohio to lean Republican and New Hampshire from lean Democrat to toss-up. Missouri and Indiana go from lean Republican to solid Republican. We'll take you to the campaign trail shortly, but first, the investigations. They have the federal government's two main law enforcement agencies, the FBI and the Justice Department, essentially at each other's throats. Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge is here with some breaking details. Good evening, Catherine.
Well, thank you, Brett. The Wall Street Journal reports that a secret audio recording with an informant discussing the Clinton Foundation led to an internal battle between the FBI and the Justice Department. And tonight we're learning more about the frustration of FBI agents and why the case is not dead.
Revelations from WikiLeaks of special access for Clinton Foundation donors at Secretary Clinton's State Department, as well as new emails, are strengthening pay-to-play allegations. There are two tracks to the FBI investigation: the renewed classified email case and the Clinton Foundation, with agents out of Southern California, Arkansas, New York City, and Washington, D.C. working the investigation. Arguments over the strength of the evidence drove a wedge between the FBI agents and Justice Department that blocked access to investigative tools such as a grand jury. The issue came to a head last summer after the FBI director announced he would not recommend criminal charges for the mishandling of classified information.
At that time, I'm hearing from the agents that the morale went down pretty bad. A lot of people put a lot of hard work into that.
During his testimony after the announcement, Director Comey was non-committal about the foundation probe, which was ongoing.
Did you look at the Clinton Foundation?
I'm not going to comment on the existence or non-existence of any other investigations.
Multiple sources say the conflict escalated this summer when Deputy FBI Director Andrew McCabe met with Justice Department officials who were dismayed the foundation work continued. There are conflicting accounts over McCabe's actions, but former agents say they are deeply troubled by his wife's state Senate race in 2015. Dr. Jill McCabe was personally recruited by a longtime Clinton ally, Virginia Governor Terry McAuliffe, receiving $675,000 from the Democratic Party and McAuliffe's PAC. The FBI has denied a conflict because the campaign funds were received before McCabe had direct oversight for the email case. Former agents say it's another example of senior leadership getting a pass.
They feel that it was inappropriate. They feel that if it was them, they would be suspended right now, and that they actually said they would never have thought of themselves actually getting involved in those investigations because of the conflict of interest.
Two sources close to the FBI case emphasize that the president's email with Clinton over her private server cast a shadow over the investigation, along with Mr. Obama's repeated comments that there's no there.
The President of the United States is communicating with her under a pseudonym. They're not stupid. They can figure that out as well. This is a huge story. It's far bigger than the accusations against Donald Trump. This goes to the heart of fitness of character to serve as Commander-in-Chief.
Today, State Department officials released 350 deleted emails from Hillary Clinton's private server that were recovered by the FBI and provided to the State Department because they are government records. These emails are near duplicates of what's already been provided, though, Brett.
Catherine, thank you.
You're welcome.
Chief Washington correspondent James Rosen has been working his sources as well on this story. He joins me now here in the studio. James, good evening. What are you hearing?
Good evening, Brett. Much of what we have heard, but a lot of it's confirming. For example, there are really two parallel cases the FBI has been investigating for over a year. One is the Clinton emails case. The other is the Clinton Foundation case, and agents are hard at work on both right now. The Foundation case, as opposed to the emails case, is seen by the field agents at the FBI, and my source is a well-placed source inside the FBI. It is the Foundation case that is seen as the stronger of the two, in part because of the way the emails case has been conducted. The field agents for example, cannot believe that Director Comey authorized the provision of immunity to two of Hillary Clinton's lawyers, Heather Samuelson, who reviewed the emails, and Cheryl Mills, who was the Secretary's chief of staff, when normal procedure at the FBI would be to immunize one of them and then pressure that individual to flip and deliver the other. On the emails case, this source, I asked, is there anyone at the FBI who believes Secretary Clinton's private server wasn't hacked? And the answer was no. And the source said to me, it's pretty certain that she was hacked. It doesn't take a computer rocket scientist to figure that out.
And they're digging into that.
They're digging into it, and they believe as many as 5 to 7 individuals or hostile actors might have breached that server.
And the split we just heard about with Catherine, and I've talked about, real from your source?
Yes. The field agents are very disappointed that more hasn't been done on both cases, but particularly in the case of the Foundation investigation. The field agents believe they have the goods for a case. It is the higher-ups, the political appointees, and the career prosecutors who tend to be more cautious and are behaving that way in this case.
James, thank you. We'll continue to follow it. There are new challenges to Hillary Clinton's sworn statement that she turned over all her work-related emails when ordered to. It is the latest leaked information from Clinton's tormentors at WikiLeaks. Chief National Correspondent Ed Henry has that part of the story tonight.
Several new emails suggest some of Hillary Clinton's top aides and even her lawyer knew she did not turn over all of her work-related correspondence despite this promise.
I responded right away and provided all my emails that could possibly be work-related, which totaled roughly 55,000 printed pages, even though I knew that the State Department already had the vast majority of them.
6 days before that vow, Clinton aide Jennifer Palmieri wrote colleagues that Cheryl Mills was close to a deal with the State Department to release those work emails. Yet when ad maven Jim Margolis chimed in, if there is a release of the 55,000, are there others that are not being released? Definitely, replied Chief Strategist Joel Benenson. Also March 4th, advisor Mandy Grunwald pressed Palmieri on how they decided which emails were personal and then deleted. Family and friends? Are Huma, Philippe, Cheryl, etc. included in the 55,000 work-related, asked Grunwald? A critical question because the same day, March 4th, Republican Trey Gowdy issued a subpoena for Clinton to preserve official email. Huma Abedin, Philippe Reines, and Mills were all on the State Department payroll and should have had a lot of official emails. Plus, both Mills and Abedin were paid by the Clinton Foundation while they were at the State Department, so their emails could be important to the FBI investigation of the foundation. At her March 10, 2015 news conference, Clinton did not specify if foundation emails fell under personal.
Emails about planning Chelsea's wedding or my mother's funeral arrangements, condolence notes to friends, as well as yoga routines.
A week later, after another damaging New York Times story about what was personal, Palmieri wrote on March 17th, strikes me as a big problem that the NYT is having selected emails leaked to them. Reines jumped in, there is nothing wrong with anyone having personal email addresses or her emailing someone's private account or vice versa. We're allowed to have personal lives. When someone suggested they set up a call to discuss, Palmieri, who has been quoted in other emails blasting the Catholic Church, said, "Praise Jesus, please do." Then, in August 2015, Clinton's personal lawyer, David Kendall, urged Clinton aides to edit a fact sheet claiming all work emails starting in March 2009 were turned over. Kendall writing, "We know there were other emails using the clintonemail.com address prior to that date. Could we make this more vague?" The problem is the very same day that her lawyer wrote that, August 8th, 2015, Hillary Clinton was dealing with a public records lawsuit, and she swore under the penalty of perjury that all of her work-related emails were provided to the State Department. Brett?
Ed, thank you.